lot of crazy things have happened in the last couple of weeks. Actually, mostly in the last week. I kind of started showing people on Instagram what I'm doing here with you guys, and the support has been absolutely fucking insane. You guys are fucking killing it out there. I've seen some of you guys' stores as well. Super awesome metrics. Um, and I'm really glad that you guys are winning and trying to do this as well. And I've been able to call with a bunch of you guys and discuss metrics, discuss numbers, and help you guys out. And I've made a lot of connections with you guys who are pretty fucking cool. So it's been a cool little week. Today I'm gonna kind of explain really the business model. Kind of gonna be a video specifically for beginners that are trying to make money online. You guys can see that today the store has generated $4,000. No, it's not fake. I refreshed it, and let me show you guys that in the last 30 days, I've made $117,000 off of this business. Now, obviously, guys, this is not all profit. Profit margins are around 20, 25, 28%. So essentially what I'm doing here, guys, is I am selling products online. Yes, it is drop shipping, but it is a form of drop shipping called branded drop shipping. The way that this I think is better than regular organic drop shipping is because you have a lot more control over data, you have a lot more control over the numbers and kind of who you're targeting as well. It does require a little bit of money. I would say you need at least $2,000 to $3,000 to start this business model. And guys, it does take money to make money. That's something that I definitely learned the hard way. But I can guarantee that if you guys start and do things right, your money can definitely compound, especially when it comes to ads. So let's go into the meta ad dashboard, and I'm going to show you guys what you can expect as well starting ads. So here's my first ad account, and there is a payment error right here. I'm currently not running it right now. Just there's a little issue going on, nothing too crazy. But you guys can see that in the past, let's do the past month. The past 30 days, I've spent $23 and I've gotten back $74,000. So that's on average a 3.13 ROAS. And these campaigns are still running right now. They're just off, and they still are generating me a lot of revenue. And so, guys, here's the interesting part: is that at first you're not going to have a lot of money to spend on ads. But the thing is, this is why you do need a lot of money, and I think that a lot of people don't really understand why you require just a little bit more money to start. Is because when you are running ads, you're essentially buying data, even when you waste money, right? Or waste money. So essentially, you are buying data, and what this means is you're not just looking at things and just kind of guessing what you should do next, right? With all of this data that you gather from all of the money, all of the volume that you're putting in there, you are able to use this data to your advantage to scale things, cut things, and run different audiences that can further enhance how you're running the ads. And guys, honestly, all of these crazy ad strategies that people are talking about, right? Like ABO versus CBO versus this versus that. Guys, it's really not that complicated. Really, the only thing you have to really care about is at the creative level and how healthy your ad is. So you have to look at things like your CPCs, right, which is your cost per click, seeing how much it costs for somebody to click. The lower the better. It just means that more people are clicking on your website per amount spent. Your cost per 1,000 people, right? Your cost per mil is how much money it costs for 1,000 people to view your ad. These are kind of simple metrics that you can 100% know what they are. There's just a couple of ways that you can test that are just very, very, very optimized. And to be honest with you guys as well, Facebook really, really knows, and they're getting smarter and smarter, especially with AI. They know exactly who to target with your ads. You don't have to go crazy with all these insane strategies and try to trick Facebook into getting more engagement. That's just not going to work anymore. You have to, really figure out why things are working or not at the root problem, which is the creative, right? And you can really just look at the creative and what you're doing and kind of see all the data and make very educated guesses on what you should be doing. For example, like things like frequency, right? Which just a couple of weeks ago, I had no idea what frequency was, but it's just the amount of times that that ad is shown to the same person. And so, for example, when your ads are being shown to people for your product and your frequency starts going up, it starts showing to that same person more and more, multiple times. And so you kind of have to gauge it and understand, like, okay, if my frequency is high, but my cost per clicks are increasing or my ROAS is decreasing, that probably means that Facebook is starting to kind of run out of the people to show that to, right? And so at that point, when that starts happening and you have, for example, a winning ad, uh, you at that point you need to start testing new things because it could reach a point where that ad completely dies down and it's been saturated, right? Like everyone has seen it. But there's also a couple other things that you can do for your ads, and this is something that I did and that I am going to show you guys how to do as well, is that once you gather enough data on your ads, you can make something called a lookalike audience. And this is actually something that my friend taught me, who I had no idea was in dropshipping at all. But he told me, look, man, you can make a lookalike audience. And it sounds complicated, but it's really not. You know, once you gather enough data, you can, for example, find the people that have purchased from your website and you can target people that look like the people that purchase. So it's not the same people. It's people that act and behave the same way as someone who had purchased on your website. You can do the same things on add to carts. You can do the same things with website clicks. And this alone is responsible for, I would say, about 40% of my total sales. You know, this ad account right here is only running at $1,000 a day. The other ad account that I have are all lookalike audience campaigns, and all of these campaigns are running at, you know, $1,900 a day. So on average, right now, guys, I'm spending $3,000 a day. Well, not today. Today it's only spent 2,000, like $1,800. It's these very simple things that you can do when you gather all this data and that you can use and further enhance your return on ad spend. You can further enhance how many people are viewing it. You can further enhance your metrics and show to more people and optimize the kind of person that you are showing your ads to. That is what's important. That's what I'm doing here. That is the exact strategy that I am doing to achieve numbers like $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a day. You know, it's really all about creating the creatives. To lay it down really easy for you guys, pretty much the business model is branded dropshipping. You scout ads through TikTok, through spy tools like Callow Data, and you run tests on these ads based off, you know, cross-referencing your product, making sure that it is generating a lot of revenue, making sure that it can hit certain pain points and that it can hit certain audiences a very specific way. You know, I really don't believe in saturated products. I believe in saturated angles, saturated markets. So you have to, you know, find products that you can run different angles, that you can run upsells and offers. These are the things that really matter. You know, I was just on a call with this one guy and he was showing me his store, telling me, yeah, I'm selling this thing for $40, and him thinking, you know, the cheaper it is, the better because more people are going to buy. That's just not the case. And even if it was, the cost of acquisition, right? The cost per purchase is getting higher and higher every single day. You know, it's costing more and more money to advertise on Facebook. So, you know, if you have these very low margin products, then you're not making any profit, even though on paper, these people are showing you like, okay, I made $2,000, but really their profit margins at that point are like 3-5% um, off of $40 average order value products. You know, you have to find ways to increase that average order value in any way that you can, through upsells, through downsells, through, you know, through adding, for example, shipping protection and things like that that can for sure increase that average order value. And you can also do things like increase the trust on your website. And guys, don't skip out on your website. I promise you that your website is very, very important. This is not a necessarily product driven business, right? This is a business that is driven by the ad and I guess kind of forcing people into buying your product because they see your offer and feel like if they don't buy from you, they're not getting the steal. You have to make the customer feel like he is getting the win by purchasing from you. It's not just about products, guys. There's a lot more that comes into this. With all that being said, you know, this is just a little quick video to continue my schedule here on YouTube. You guys have been absolutely insane with the support. I've been able to connect with a lot of you guys, and learn a lot of information, and I think that's why it's very important for me to make this Discord for you guys. It's completely for free. I'm just waiting till 1K subscribers so that I can drop all of this for you guys that want to learn and want to connect as well. This is gonna be a community for you guys. But yeah, guys, I'm telling you that this is some crazy, crazy fucking shit that can actually genuinely work and change your life if you approach it the right way. You don't want to approach it like how these huge gurus on YouTube are telling you to do it. It's gonna be hard. It's not easy. It's a simple business model, but it's not easy. It's gonna be difficult for you to really understand all of these things. But it gets to a point where if you see somebody like me doing this, who started from absolutely fucking nothing, you can see my progress here. I haven't just posted a video about my wins. Like I've talked about everything since the beginning. If you can see that in somebody's channel and still not start, then I really think everything that comes to you is your fault, because it's 100% possible, especially if you see it go from zero to what, the numbers that I have now. And I promise you guys that if you continue doing it and continue to try to learn and to apply these things to your store and your business, it will 100% work. Guys, honestly, I just hope everybody wins. If you guys want to ask me some questions about other things, I'm going to keep making videos for y'all. Of course, I am skyrocketing my growth. I want to continue doing this for a very long time. So if you guys want to ask me questions, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. I will try to get to everybody as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching.